What is our measure of success when we're working with dogs? Just finished a really nice session, follow-up from a couple of years ago with a client I work with a little terrier. And this is something that comes up fairly often when I'm working with people. And if we don't have clear criteria for our success, okay, so what's our reinforcement strategy? Okay, when do we feel satisfied with what the dog is doing? Okay, and where that sits in the dog's progress or progression, if you like. So the little dog I was working with is a bit spooky with other dogs, alright, so in kind of terrier fashion, what she does is she lunges at other dogs when they get too close. Now when we came here a couple of years ago and worked with them, the dog couldn't be within a long distance away from other dogs. I mean, it was like 30-40 metres away from other dogs, so a pretty decent distance. And today we walked around and we met about 25 or 30 dogs. One dog came barreling right into her space and she had a little snarl and pop, but no contact, alright, so which I think is well within the normal range. Alright, because if somebody did that to me and come barreling right into my space without invitation or warning, I would probably have something to say about it. Okay, so I'd asked Emma how she felt about it, and she said the dog was doing really well. Okay, she thought Rennie was doing really well. Now, very often when I'm working with other clients, what I'll say to them is, how's your dog doing today? Or how was that interaction with another dog? And they go, yeah, it was okay, alright, it wasn't bad. And then I remind them about what they told me during the initial phone or email consultation, is that the dog lunges and barks at distance and has just walked past another dog. So if we don't have a clear idea of what we expect success or progress to look like in our dog's behaviour, okay, if we don't know what behaviours that we want to see, we're going to be disappointed all the time. And if we also describe really good moments like walking past another dog or having a really nice social interaction with another dog as okay, what we are doing is we are setting up a low reinforcement schedule for ourselves, okay, because we are not being reinforced well enough, because it's what we're telling us in here is different from what is actually happening. So what I said to this client was that based on what you said, that was not okay, it was not bad, it was outstanding. The dog did really well there, okay. So when we notice these moments of success, then and wire them into our brain and think about them, we now start going, this, my dog is making really good improvements, and I now feel good about the progress because the process, because we are on a reinforcement and punishment schedule as well, okay. So looking at what is going on with the dog, measuring what our criteria for success is, and paying attention to that so that we can reinforce our own behaviour of continuing to do this work to help our dogs get better. So just briefly, another example I had is last night I went out with Logan and it was raining. It was busy with traffic, so it was about 5:30, okay, and there was lots of cars and vehicular traffic in the street, okay. There was also roadworks in the street, so they're doing some, they're laying some wiring, I think it is, cabling in the street, and he did really well. So it was a little bit tense, okay. Wanted to see where a lot of the movement was coming from, but the movement is also coming from the movement of the shadows, the reflections of the car lights on the wet surfaces, and shadows moving differently because of those things, and also all the roadworks, and he has or previously has a penchant for traffic cones. So even in that state, when he was a little bit wired, okay, he was able to walk past traffic cones, whereas before they'd been getting destroyed, okay, they'd been getting murdered. So he did really well, okay, and then I recognised, yep, you've had enough, son, and let's go back in the house, okay, and we'll get you settled down and we'll get some play done. Alright, so measuring what our criteria for success is really important, because it keeps us feeling good about the process and keeps us working on it. Alright, so happy training, love and peace, and I will catch you next time. If you're interested, I've opened up my online learning again, so it's they've got the two main courses, which have their self-study access in all aspects of dog training. And if you're interested, comment below that you are, and I'll send you some details. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye now.